Welcome to this guided Hatha yoga practice through sun salutations, Surya Namaskar A and B. Find yourself standing at the top of your mat in samastitihi, equal balance pose. The edges of your feet aligned with the edges of your mat, growing roots down into the earth through the four corners of your feet, palms pressed together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Take several deep breaths, grounding, feeling your body, arriving in this moment. And on an inhalation, sweep the arms up overhead, greeting the sun, and then swan dive forward into your first standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Be gentle, bending your knees as needed to allow your low back to release and your hamstrings to slowly begin to lengthen. As you inhale, lift halfway, take your hands to your legs, lengthen through the spine, the neck, squeeze the thighs. You can lift your toes and spread them apart and set them back down. And as you exhale, fold again into Uttanasana. Now placing your palms on your mat, maybe alternating, bending one knee and then the other, or shaking out your head, yes and no. And then step your feet back into plank pose, reaching the heels back, micro bend in the elbows, lengthening through your spine, squeezing the legs, and then dropping knees, chest and chin. Lifting the heart, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Draw the elbows back along your ribs, squeeze your thighs and ankles together. Exhale as you lower down, tuck your toes, send your hips high, and move into your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can alternate pedaling out one leg at a time, moving the heels alternately towards the earth. Sending the hips high and back behind you as the heels reach down for the ground, even if they don't touch. Lengthen through your spine, micro bend the elbows. Rolling your inner shoulders up towards the sky, spread your fingers. And then breathe as you walk gently towards the top of your mat. Again, lifting halfway as you inhale, folding as you exhale into Uttanasana. And bend your knees deeply, rest your chest on your thighs. Let the low back release and start to roll up one vertebrae at a time, hugging the navel to the spine. Bringing the arms up overhead as you rise up and then drawing the palms through heart center, again arriving in samastitihi, equal balance pose. Feeling the right and left foot equally grounded into the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up again, and as you exhale, swan dive forward, folding into Uttanasana, breathing here. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins or thighs, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold once more, Uttanasana. Place your palms, step or float back to plank. Take a breath, and then go ahead and drop your knees, your chest, your chin. Squeeze into the legs. Draw the elbows back, lift into cobra pose. Exhale to lower, tuck the toes, move into downward facing dog. Spread your shoulder blades apart. Move the chest towards the thighs. Find length from your armpits to your hips. Find your breath. And then gaze at your hands and walk or hop to the top of your mat, lifting halfway as you inhale, folding into Uttanasana as you exhale. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up, completing Surya Namaskar A, drawing the palms through heart center. Samastitihi, again, equal balance pose at the top of your mat, palms in prayer, breath full, and now we'll flow with our breath. One more Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead and then swan dive forward into Uttanasana. Lift halfway as you inhale, again, fold as you exhale and step back to plank. Dropping down through Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin, cobra or upward dog with straight arms. And exhale into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. And then again, bend your knees, gaze at your hands, and hop to the top of the mat, lifting halfway as you inhale, folding as you exhale. Reverse swan dive, breathe yourself up, greet the sun, draw the palms through heart center, Anjali Mudra, Samastitihi. Beautiful. Preparing to move now through Surya Namaskar B. Again, standing in equal balance pose, breathing. And sweep the arms up alongside the ears this time. As you exhale, sit down into chair pose, lengthen your spine, sit back over the heels. Focus on your breath. And swan dive into Uttanasana, folding. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen through your spine, and move back through Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra or Upward Dog. Downward facing dog once more, lengthening through your spine, spreading and rooting the fingers down. And then draw your right foot forward, ankle out in front of the knee. Find a low lunge to begin with. Dropping the back knee and the top of the back foot and reaching your fingertips down, lifting your heart, sinking down, stretching through your hip flexor. Pull your right hip slightly back. Take a big breath and ground your palms. Step back to downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can bend your knees and send your hips really high here, pressing them back. And then keep your hips where they are. Lengthening your spine here, and from here reach the heels down towards the earth. Now stepping the left foot forward, setting up for your low lunge on the other side. Drop the back knee, palms facing forward, spine lengthening as you sink down. Stretching now through your right hip flexor. And ground your palms, step back to downward facing dog. Spread the shoulder blades and leap to the top of your mat, lifting halfway as you inhale, folding as you exhale. Reverse swan dive and arrive in chair pose, Utkatasana. Palms to prayer, come to stand, Samastitihi. So that's one Surya Namaskar B. We'll flow again through Surya Namaskar B. Arms alongside the ears, sitting down into chair pose. Find that length in your spine. Keep space between your knees. And then dive into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Lifting halfway as you inhale and moving back through plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra or Upward Dog as you breathe. Exhale to Downward Facing Dog. Hollowing out your belly and stepping the right foot forward. This time moving into crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up alongside the ears. You can drop your back knee if needed. Always an option. Otherwise, keep it lifted. Sink down, squeeze everything to the midline, Alanasana, and then frame your front foot, step back to downward facing dog. Full breath, step your left foot forward, moving into Alanasana on this side. Again, that option to drop your back knee. Reaching your fingertips and heart high, and then frame the front foot, step back to downward dog. Find your breath. Walk or hop to the top of the mat, lifting halfway as you inhale, folding as you exhale, Uttanasana. And then breathing into chair pose, arms alongside the ears, palms to heart center as you come to stand, Samastitihi. Last time, one more Surya Namaskar B, flowing with your breath this time. Moving into chair pose. Exhaling forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, flow back through plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra, or Upward Dog. Downward Facing Dog. Take a big breath and send the right foot forward, crescent lunge, option to press the palms together, open the heart and take a gentle back bend here. And then moving back into downward facing dog. And left foot forward, same thing, Alanasana, option to reach the palms together. And step back to downward dog. If you have a dog to assist you, that's always great. Moving forward into Uttanasana, lifting halfway as you breathe in and exhaling into a fold. Sweep it up into chair pose on the in-breath and then find your final Samastitihi.